I was born ready.
I was born to party. Dude, I don't have bad internet today. Thank the fucking God. I went back and I watched last week's video. For anyone who actually sat through the first 20 minutes of last week's video where I looked like dog shit.
9 times out of 10, dude, you're this big, though. So it's like, it's fine.
Yeah, dude, put yourself on a TV and you realize how bad your internet was.
There's like 60 episodes of us like this, by the way. So don't get too in your head about that.
Well, welcome to the show tonight, everybody. We were going to play Bad Day. Who's that by? James Blunt? Or is that a Jason Mraz cut?
Which bad day
were you?
Assholes. Oh, are you talking about you had a bad day, you're taking one down? That's the one that they used to play for when people got voted off of American Idol.
Yes, and like really low in the background.
Yes, so I was thinking about Bad Day by Fuel, which is a lesser-known single.
That's so funny. We could not have been more polar opposite.
Had a bad day again. Said I would not understand. Left a note and said, I'm sorry, I had a bad day again.
Where's that a lighter?
And she swears there's nothing wrong. Come on.
Fuck yeah, dude. All right.
I could do the whole, you want?
I don't know about that.
Well, we have a whole stream to get to, so we could do that instead, I suppose.
I have to say,
let me get
this first video. I mean, we talked about it in a group chat today. It is fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, they dropped the whole thing today on Twitter. The whole thing's out. I don't know where he drops his show, but I watched most of it.
Yeah, I don't know
Twitter.
where the Tucker Carlson network premieres.
I watched most of it
TCN
on Twitter, and I'm here to report that it is. If you've been plugged into anything,
it's fun.
It's interesting. Definitely.
It's a wild ride.
But also,
that for sure.
If you've been watching this Tucker Carlson transformation over the past few years, you know that this is like, I don't know if I buy him on this stuff. I think maybe he's saying a lot of what people would like him to say. I don't know if he genuinely believes the stuff that he's saying when he pushes back on Ted Cruz, because let's not be silly. I mean, this dude was saber rattling on the Iraq war 10 years ago, like it was 20 years ago, like it was nobody's business.
His heart has grown.
I understand that, and I'm actually open and accepting of people growing from that position and getting out of it. I don't mind that. I'm not trying to say but there's something about Tucker specifically, right? That I'm
just
like,
rubs you the wrong way ever since that fishing video.
He started off on MSNBC. You see, that's the real Tucker, and that's the problem. That's a nice guy. That guy, that's not this guy.
That guy's no act. That's the problem.
That's my issue, is like, he's also the heir of Swanson's family TV dinner. So it's like, there's so much to Tucker that he wanted to be in the CIA.
Listen, in the words of Joe Rogan, he has too much money to want any more money.
Oh my God. I will say, I was a casual watcher of the Jimmy Dore show for many years. It actually helped clarify a lot of stuff on politics for me, as embarrassing as that could be to admit.
But that's real. I mean, when you're younger, like, what else are you going to do?
That dude he was just such a counter to most of, even the people on YouTube trying to do the news. He was countering them. And I was like, thank you. Somebody finally makes sense, right? Yeah. And he's a little crazy nowadays. I still kind of have a soft spot for him, but I will say about 5 years ago, when I was really watching his show a lot, Tucker would go on occasionally. And this is a big deal. Tucker was like the biggest anchor on Fox News at the time. So the fact that he would go on this like rinky-dink leftist YouTube show made no sense,
Gave
right?
But it also probably gave that guy a bunch of clout too.
Well, it helped Jimmy, but you have to think, like, Tucker, conservative, Fox News, going on Jimmy Dore, one of the premier leftist YouTube channels.
I think by the time Tucker was on Fox, we all knew that whatever he wanted to do was going to ploy towards his audience, right?
Yeah,
wherever
he was going in a populist,
hired,
pro-Trumpy kind of thing. Yeah,
you don't just go MSNBC to Fox like it's a fucking game, you know?
He knows. But my point is, I feel like he kind of stole Jimmy Dore's flow and rolled with it, because Jimmy Dore is a populist. He supports, anti-war stuff. He's, and oftentimes he would break stuff down and Tucker would have to go, I kind of agree with you on this. And it's almost like he took that whole flow and like just started his show without Fox and just does something that appeals to a lot more people than the small contingency of people watching Fox.
He took what was available and ran with it. He used his influence. Don't be a hater.
I'm not a hater. I hate Ted Cruz in this conversation a lot more than I hate fucking Tucker Carlson. Tucker Carlson makes a lot of sense when he's talking here.
Well, as a great resident of Texas for 5 years, I've never liked anything Ted Cruz has said. So.
I saw Ted Cruz live. I went to a Ted Cruz rally in Scotia in 2016. There was about 12 people there. It was very funny.
I don't know the population at all. No.
Did you know his name is Raphael?
Yes, I did.
I don't know the population.
You don't know the population of the country you seek to topple?
How many people living around?
92 million.
Okay.
Boom!
That's my favorite part, dude.
Yeah,
How could you not know that?
Boom!
I don't sit around memorizing population tables.
Why don't you? Ted Cruz.
This is the poop map argument all over again.
Well, it's kind of relevant because you're calling for the overthrow of the government.
Why
This is all about poop.
is it relevant whether it's,
because
it's 90 million or 80 million or 100 million? Why is that
because if
relevant?
you don't know anything about the country...
I didn't say I don't know anything about
Okay, what's the ethnic mix of Iran?
Oh, they got him again.
He's like, I don't know, not Christian.
I absolutely love that he says exactly what I would say in this moment, which is, Persians? I think Persians live there. And he's like kind of right.
The
They are
carpets are
Persians
cool.
and
What percent?
predominantly Shia. Okay, this is
no,
cute.
it's not
Okay.
even... You don't know
Okay.
anything about Iran.
The way he immediately tries to like throw away Tucker here is so indicative of how they
Dude, when
talk
he
to people.
can't say anything else, he goes,
Okay, you're acting like I'm crazy. You're
had
crazy.
to explode. Yeah.
So
Okay, I am
actually,
not the Tucker Carlson
No, but
expert on Iran.
you're a...
What is that supposed to mean?
Who
Yeah, like,
said-
are you
who's-
saying that Tucker Carlson is the expert of everywhere but Iran?
Tucker Carlson's like, I literally read Wikipedia before this.
I just did a little bit of research before we started.
Ted, I literally I have Wikipedia up on my teleprompter.
calling
Okay,
for the
you're the one who
overthrow of the
claims-
government,
you're the
and
one
you
who
don't know
claims-
anything about the country.
No, you don't know anything about the country. You're the one who claims
The flipperoo.
they're not trying to murder dogs.
I will say, I love the difference in like how they're handling themselves, right? This is like 101 bullying in high school, right?
Yeah.
You just gotta say stuff and laugh while the other guy panics.
Well, if we're
And
under,
that's all you have to do.
well, if we're under the assumption, which I'm not sure, that Tucker is just an independent media guy, right? He is not. He's living without the stress of like answering to the military-industrial complex right now. It's very easy for him to laugh at this like it's ridiculous because it is ridiculous to the vast majority of people.
because he doesn't answer to anything. Wait till he gets his first Peter Thiel check.
Oh boy.
Donald Trump.
No,
You're the
I'm
one
not saying that.
who can't figure out
I'm
if it was a
saying
good
you
idea
don't
to kill
believe-
General Soleimani, and you
don't
said it was bad.
believe they're trying to murder Trump.
Yes, I do.
Because you're not calling for military strike.
Later on, or early on in this interview too, he even does the thing where he claimed, because they originally claimed that like Thomas Matthew Crooks was being paid by Iran to kill Trump. That was floated.
I remember that.
Same thing with the New Jersey drones. They said it was an Iranian warship off the coast of New Jersey. They've been trying to do this.
If you haven't realized, this country's desperate to blame Iran for something. It's almost like Israel told them, hey, start blaming Iran for random bullshit.
Iran
so we
has
can rob
been
them.
6 months from developing a nuclear weapon for the past 30 years.
I know. Have you seen that clip going around of Netanyahu saying they're like 1 year away, 6 months away for the last 25 years?
I absolutely will not hear any shit talk about Iran. I fuck with Iranians. I fuck with Iran. They had no problem. If they say death to America, freedom of speech.
Get them. Get them.
That's what I say. Fuck you guys. We've been fucking saber rattling Iran since before I was born.
That is true.
And
but
we
they
and we
shouldn't
did a
have such
regime
good
and
oil.
we did a regime change. The Shah of Iran was exchanged out by the CIA. So we really
And we don't
have
like
no
it. We already
fucking,
did this, and we don't like it anymore. We want a return.
We have no fucking say. Sorry, guys.
You ever bought something and had buyer's remorse, though?
Yeah, the
Kinda
Iron
what's going on
Dome.
in Iran.
The Iron Dome. It doesn't even fucking work.
Oh, my taxes! This doesn't even work.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on. This is fun. I love that this actually came up in a weird sciencey way. You're gonna love this.
Okay. All right.
Called No Man's Sky. It's
Boom.
on one DVD. 14 college students from various different colleges got together and made
This guy explains this in a way I've been waiting for somebody to explain this game in a way that's easy. Because so he's like, they created a
Tell me
universe.
stuff for dumb people, please.
Yeah.
this video game. It has 80 quadrillion planets and unlimited life forms, and the game never ends. It's a universe on a DVD utilizing the Mandelbrot set equation, which is a fractal mathematical equation. All the scenes, all the planets, all the life forms, the animation, everything is rendering as it's needed based on this very simple mathematical code called the Mandelbrot set. They're talking about now injecting AI into the No Man's Sky game. Now, one
That's a little bit like obtuse.
Well,
that's just obtuse. There's already AI in every video game. That's kind of crazy to say. I mean, when you're going up against an enemy, it's AI. Like, that's just how that works. But if they're talking about inserting generative AI or like chatbots in the NPCs, that's something that they've been working on in video games for a while. And it's interesting because it's like, will they think they're in the universe? Are they going to think they're...
There's a Black Mirror about that
once
came out.
AI or AGI, by that time, maybe as it evolves, is inside of this universe, the people in there will become conscious. The animals will become conscious. Life will become conscious of itself. And will people in there ask, how do we get here? Who are we? Who's our God? And from their perspective, they think it's real. And they think they're real because they're
This game is so good, though, dude.
Conscious. We ourselves have already...
If there is a game to launch it in, I will admit.
Sure.
My dumb ass, you've got me. If it's going to be No Man's Sky,
this is like setting a really terrifying precedent. I'm going to be honest with you.
Oh, dude, I've got clips about precedent and AI in this stream that you're not even ready for.
Simple universe, but like you say, when the quantum computer now is activated and online and everyone has access to it and they can build a simulation like this, then what does it say about where we are? Because we are only creating fractals of what already exists. We're here in this third dimension, and we believe that this is reality, but it's not reality.
All right. Well,
if all right, that's enough. You're breaking my brain. All right, there. What is this?
We're gonna simplify things for you. Well, this is the other version of incorporating AI into everything.
What the fuck is this? How do you have Axe AI?
Axe AI, dude. Links AI.
Links AI for the Europeans.
For the Euros.
I have a lot of questions. Like, what does that mean?
What are we looking at?
Do you think AI made this scent off of like data?
Yeah, that's what I think they're trying to kind of get at.
Trying to like impose that. Okay. Dumb.
I mean, yeah. What are you like?
I gotta smell it though.
What are we talking about here?
I gotta know if a computer can make a scent or not.
It's probably not capable of making a great scent. Like, there's no fucking way.
Well, it's sold by Axe, so it can't be genius.
I mean, they do have that chocolate Axe is a nice smell, I will say. But yeah,
do they still make that shit?
I don't know, but that was a good one.
Do you remember the ad for that where the dude turned into chocolate and all the women tried to eat him?
Yeah, it made me kind of...
Oh, made me very nervous.
Yeah. That made me sweaty as a child, so for some reason.
Why? This is so interesting to me.
Just like the Gold Digger music video. This is interesting. I know I have my thoughts on this, but I'm just gonna play it because obviously
it's that time of the night.
I gotta play it. Like when something like this happens, right? You got.
Oh, I get it. I get it.
We're gonna play it.
California,
this guy was like an asshole.
Or we talked to an astronaut yesterday who's on the moon, who's a soldier.
Wait. Did he just say we talked to an astronaut that's on the moon that's a soldier?
That's exactly what he said, verbatim on Fox News.
Go back. Start this over.
Isn't that fucking weird?
Wait.
California, or we talked to an astronaut yesterday who's on the moon, who's a soldier, including actually.
Why does this dude look like they brought him back?
He is the soldier.
Like is that all we're reacting to?
We talked to an astronaut yesterday who's on the moon, who's a soldier.
I mean, he says it, right? They're going to go through this.
What is the context here?
All right. So many UFO people are currently being like tripping over this, obviously being like, did he accidentally slip and say something he shouldn't have said? Which.
Okay.
I would love that.
He looks like the definition of fetal alcohol syndrome. So a slip from him, Freudian might have happened.
But if I look, there's a who'sinspace.com. Yeah. And if we look at Who's in Space, we do have
share that with me real quick.
Oh yeah. There's a couple of people currently in space, and I believe one of them is a US soldier currently. We have Chinese in space. Hang on. Which one is it? I believe it might be Johnny Kim. I think it is Johnny Kim. I'm like not 100%.
Could you
sure.
imagine just like they don't let you go up with any other Americans? You just got to go up with the Russians.
I mean, we go up with Russians. They're the ones out in the ISS with us like all the time. So it's.
I just think that's like those dudes are like, man, fuck politics. We're way above that. Like,
I mean,
literally.
they roll up there. Did you see the video of the Russians greeting the Americans at the recently? It was like a couple of months ago. The one came on with a fucking alien head on his head.
Like they have a good time.
Can you imagine being in space and your home, like the guys who are coming to meet you roll up in the fucking alien head? How great of a time
that
is
would
that?
be the moment that I had a stroke.
That's the best day
After
ever.
everything, I would stroke out.
I mean, that's so sick. Anyway, so that I believe he misspoke and he said he was probably speaking to the I imagine they were speaking to the astronaut that's currently on the ISS, who is a US military member. That being said, if not, that's a really fucking weird mistake to make. Yeah, like what guy on the moon? So that was fun. I thought that was a fun little slip.
No, that's good.
Oh, dude. So we were talking about Spinal Tap, not on a couple streams ago. We were talking about Spinal Tap. And then we've been talking about Sabrina Carpenter recently, so I figured we'll just run the clip, you know?
Oh, okay.
They don't like the cover.
This is so funny.
They don't
You got to watch this movie.
like the cover. They don't like the cover.
Well, that's certainly straight.
They find it very offensive and very sexist.
But what exactly do you find offensive?
Ian,
I mean, what's
you
offensive?
put a greased, naked woman
Yes.
on all fours
Yes.
with a dog collar
With a dog
around her
collar.
neck and a leash.
And a leash.
And a man's arm extended out up to here, holding on to the leash and pushing a black glove in her face to sniff it. You don't find that offensive?
No,
You don't
no.
find that sexist?
This is 1982.
That's
Bobby.
right,
Come
it's
on.
1982. Get out of the 60s. We don't have this mentality anymore.
Well, you should have
Listen
seen
to
the
me.
cover they wanted to do.
I don't.
I mean, come on. Come on. How good is that? That's like the pop
Sabrina
star of the
obviously-
80s. You know,
Sabrina obviously saw it.
I made you watch. You watch Pop Star, right? Never Stop, Never Stopping?
Oh, I've seen many times.
Yeah, just think of it's that, but for that generation. It's that movie. It's the same movie. It's so fucking fun.
I own them. I own Spinal Tap on Blu-ray. I just haven't cracked it open. Isn't that wild?
Please, dude. That's a soon.
All right.
That's a crack soon, dude.
Dude, we've been I've been really coming up on some great MMA clips recently, and this one just had to be a part of the week.
Will just kind of wade forward, knowing that his power is going to prevail. Obviously, Hyder Khan's got his attention.
Oh, what? Broken arm.
Perhaps, and there it is. There's a bend in the forearm where there's not supposed to be for Mustafa Nana.
That's a fully
Look
broken
at that
arm.
noodle, dude. That's
That is a
wet
fully
noodle.
broken.
The way he looked at it for like a solid 2 seconds and thought about like just slapping him with that noodle. That's why these guys you gotta protect these guys from themselves, dude. He really looked at the noodle and looked at the guy and was like,
Could I fight with this noodle?
I will slap him with it, which is like crazy, you know?
$1 million on the line. I'm gonna fuck him up with this noodle.
I have to slap him with the noodle, dude. I have to at least hit him once.
Did I put this in here or did you?
I believe you did. I didn't.
Okay,
I don't
this
recall
is
this
good
one.
shit. I was hoping we both didn't see this already.
Furbies freak me out.
This Furby on her dresser.
They do.
And one
you will see the true power of the 90s Furby in action here.
time at night, the Furby actually started speaking and waking her up. And it said, "Me want you." And then one time it was on the desk again.
No.
And said,
"Can we not do
"Me
that?"
want your body. And then she said,
the
"No,
fuck,
I don't want this
dude?
thing anymore." Gave it back to her boyfriend. Took it upstairs, and it
This
ended up
is
on my
fucked
wife's
up.
desk. And she told me what happened. The Furby was sitting on her desk, and she took the batteries out of this Furby because the Furby started talking. She didn't like what it said. Said, "Me no like you." And she said, "Well, I don't like you either," and started to take the batteries out of it. So she took the batteries out of it, and it growled at her. And she said, "It growled." And I said, "You mean it just made a growling noise?" She said, "No, it growled." I said, "Let me see that thing." And I picked that Furby up, and I sat down in a chair. And I sat there, and I said, "In the name of Jesus of Nazareth," I said, "I know who you are. I know what you are." I said, "Reveal you."
Are you fucking serious? Are there people like literally in the room right now with this guy right now?
Yeah, it's a full packed house.
They're
and
captive
all
audience.
sitting there. Yes, and they're all like.
And Furby
"Oh,
opened up its eyes and said,
whoa,
"Me no like
Furby."
you." And I said, "Well, I don't like you either. You're out of here. In the name of Jesus, leave." She had put this Furby.
All right. Well, I'm about to become.
Jesus is gonna come down.
It's
Dude,
shit.
first
It's
of all,
shit like
the
this.
mullet
that-
here.
It makes the shit, dude. When I watch stuff like this, I regress into like a really annoying and stupid 2009 like Reddit atheist.
Yeah. This and the snake stuff, they go hand in hand.
Yeah, this turns me into one of those people who like thinks they're profound for like watching one documentary about the Westboro Baptist Church and swearing it all off. Oh, you're so cool.
I found a doc about one.
They're all
group
bad.
Population.
I'm just shitting on myself here, so if you take a personal offense, just know I've been there.
If you take a personal offense, write in the comments. We need some of those.
We need religion is what we need.
I need Jesus.
Speaking of needing Jesus.
Alex Jones inspired. How is this Alex Jones inspired?
So we kind of have like the lizard people and like Medusa. It's the elites.
Okay, but like it would be way cooler if it just had Alex Jones' face on the.
I agree, but at least it's under $300, and it's I
Is
almost
this in
feel
your
like
Facebook Marketplace you should offer.
no, this is on Reddit, but I genuinely, if this was, I would own this for under $300. If somebody was selling this right now in Philadelphia,
I would own it in 5 minutes.
I would have invited the guy out for beers. He'd probably be a third mic. Like there'd be a lot more going on right now with this.
I just think there was a huge opportunity to have Alex Jones as Medusa that was missed here.
Oh God, here we go. Okay, so back in the day, Nick Mullen of Cumtown fame used to go on a show that used to air on Fox News at around like 2 to 3 a.m. called Red Eye.
I didn't even know Fox News had programming at 2 to 3 a.m.
Yeah, it was just in like 2015, 2016 to like 2018, and it doesn't really exist anymore. But at times, like he would be seated next to like John Bolton and shit. It was insane.
Yeah.
But it was like a show that comedians and politicians and news people would go on at the same time, and things would get like funny.
Supposed to be like funny, edgy news,
but they would still do like a regular panel, like it was Fox News. So it was like weird. Yeah. It didn't last super long, but the clips from it are all time.
You know who
funny.
used to go on there all the time? Ben Kissel.
I mean, I'm sure that makes sense. It's a show where like podcasters would go on all the time.
Yeah.
But that
and
doesn't exist.
Abe Lincoln's top hat.
Right, that makes sense. Yeah. Well, that show no longer exists, and News Nation has popped up and is kind of filling a void because no one takes it seriously because it's new. And
so they kind of know their audience.
Yeah, well, they're doing UFO stuff. I mean, they're not serious people. Anyway,
they showed that egg video.
Yeah, they showed the egg video, man. But now we have graduated from Cumtown Adam Friedland show. Adam is now getting invites to go on News Nation. So we have this clip. This did not get around enough, in my opinion. I did not see this clip online a lot, mostly because no one watches News Nation. So I figured we'd show it on the show.
All right.
This isn't just about
James Carville.
Anti-Semitism. It is about the growth of fundamentalism in America. When you have kids who are openly pro-Hamas, it's not.
Let's take a look at the panel real quick.
Who is that next to him? Is that Yang?
That's Yang.
Yeah, it's
Good
Yang.
eye.
Yeah.
I don't know who the other two on the left are, but they're.
I don't know. The cowboy hat guy is intriguing to me, to say the least.
Stoic reserved. All right. Well, and then you have obviously Meatball Cuomo in the middle here.
Yeah.
Just anti-Semitism. And you guys are going to have to vote and donate in a different way.
I like how they're speaking about anti-Semitism, and the most Jewish man in the world is about to. Just wait for what he does.
And not forget who was for you and who wasn't in this moment.
Oh God, here we go.
It's not just anti-Semitism. And you guys are going to have to vote and donate in a different way and not forget who was for you and who wasn't in this moment.
You got to stop with the kids. As the Jew on the panel, Andrew, you're
here he goes.
Jewish or no?
Oh, no.
I'm Jewish.
I'll say this right now.
I'm Jewish.
We're acting as if kids are protesting at a college and it's the first time ever.
No.
I mean, we gave $25 billion to a war and kids are protesting it. It's not pro-Hamas. It's the most normal thing in the world.
Many of them are
He's so right, though. Like, how many times has this happened every decade in this country?
The problem
Like,
is it's his tone that's never taken to these people. This whole like dismissive, like, what are you talking about? Like, that's what I need.
Yes,
They're kids.
And there's and it was violent on some of these.
Oh, okay. Listen, guys.
People are being attacked and killed. I mean, this has gotten very, very.
And it's hateful.
There's nothing wrong with being against what's happening in Gaza, but I'm just telling you, I've never seen.
He's like falling out of his chair. He doesn't even know what to do.
Holding on to the table.
He's like, I'm in the middle of a genocide right now. I don't even know what to do.
Americans support
I
terror.
don't think that 18-year-old like kids are the problem right now. I don't think that's true.
Some of it's the universities who refuse to call it hate speech.
I think it's social media, and I think it's fundamentalist radicalization that's going on.
I think 18's an adult, man. I mean,
18's an adult, man, he said.
Andrew,
we found the libertarian. No, it wasn't him. It wasn't him. It was the other guy. It was the cowboy hat guy who said that.
That's a bad
cowboy hat guy said that, to be fair. But
did he?
I think so. But him saying that,
I found. Andrew has a face right now, where it's like.
Let's confirm. That's important. Let's confirm.
Yeah. Fundamentalist radicalization that's going on.
I think. I mean, 18's an adult, man.
Oh my God!
It is Yang.
Jane Gillis was right. No, I'm just kidding. But I will say, we found the libertarian. We found him.
Hey, Adam,
age of consent laws, though, we don't need those. Get rid of them.
Don't forget, 18's an adult. He's still laughing.
A libertarian making an 18-year-old joke is one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Because you don't.
No, it's not.
What's Dusty saying?
It's an adult.
Our country gave $25 billion to a war, and kids are protesting.
Yeah, because they are in an existential battle. They're our main ally in the region.
Do you think this is the first time people have protested a war in American history?
It's good to protest, but how you protest matters.
I think it's a little bit hysterical.
They were like, I can't listen to the Jewish guy tell me his anti-Israel opinion for.
But that's
one
what
more
I'm saying.
second.
Look at what happens when you have a focused protest, right? You have a focused protest, something that's not distracted. It's focused on one issue, Israel-Palestine, and not just oh, I want to end the war in Israel-Palestine. The vast majority of these college protests were, I want the college that I'm paying tuition to divest all of the money that they currently give to the Israeli regime. That's a valid
or next step. I want all these fucking, the government to stop giving billions and billions and trillions of dollars.
But my point is, a focused protest is good when it's like, you can't protest in your college quad and like change the government overnight. But there is a potential that you if you protest long enough in your college quad, that you can get your college, Yale, to divest. You can get Stanford to divest from the Israeli apartheid regime.
Get Harvard to have a literal,
or to stop silencing
Trump.
Yeah, or you could stop inviting these federal agents in to arrest kids who are writing things critical of Israel. These types of things that need to happen in colleges in order to keep it like an educational environment where these things could be said.
Well, yeah, that's the realest piece of it all, right? Like, there should not be this much scrutiny on kids in school. These kids are literally learning all this stuff for the first time and fighting for their right and independent and everything else. And I just think it's crazy to sit there and be like, oh, these kids have no idea what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know what the
But
fuck
this
you're
is what
talking
happens when you have a focused protest. People immediately call it violent. They call it like, they escalate.
Well, they don't want it to work.
Exactly. And that's why when we got into our little tussle on the podcast about, protesting, I support these college protests because they're focused and they're in somebody's face, and because mainstream media looks at them and goes, they're violent, they're crazy, they're bad. That usually means the protest is on the right side of things and is not co-opted in a way. Because when was the last time we heard so much about these violent college protests? Who got hurt? What happened?
That is a great question. I didn't hear about one death, and they're sitting here like all these people died on these college campuses.
It's
what are you talking about?
They make up shit about stuff.
What do you think this is? 1970 Kent State? Like,
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's what they're treating it.
That's what they do. I swear. It's like, what world am I living in? I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, this is interesting. This is 41 years ago. This is an Israeli newspaper in 1984. Iran is making the final stages of a nuclear bomb.
We swear, guys. This time we're real. You know what this is turning into? It's turning into the girl who cried wolf, right? Like,
oh yeah.
Now, even if Iran has one, everyone is so fucking sick of this, like bilateral attack that's just constant, the same propaganda for what? 70 years. Like, I think it's exhausting everybody to where people are saying, like you're saying, like, I don't give a fuck if Iran gets a nuclear weapon.
Iran deserves a nuclear weapon at this point to
Well, that's what I'm
defend
saying.
themselves from the sheer amount of other nuclear forces threatening them right now, which is like,
well, especially when now you know that every single, like anyone who has a support from outside, they're going to give it to them.
yeah.
When it comes to, if it's Russia, if it's America, like they will support you. So you need to be able to defend yourself because these countries aren't just reliant on what they have.
No, dude, this is you're fighting against a conglomerate now. You're fighting against the corporations, and you're fighting with your own weapon. Like you're not using their weapons. Like you're developing everything in house. So think about how strong of a nation they really are when you've been back against the wall. All of your fucking neighbors are getting wrecked by America constantly, and the only reason you haven't is because you've been there the longest and you have the best scientists. And now they're bombing your fucking science labs. They're bombing the fucking, like, all of that shit is about to get fucking blown up, and they have to start from scratch. And
I agree.
And not just that, but Israel has an insane, like, intelligence operation going on in Iran where they kill scientists constantly. And it's like, they are just, even in the face of that, they're able to defend themselves, Yeah. And anybody who can't see that as admirable is living in, I don't know, La La Land? I don't know. What has Iran ever done to us?
I think a lot of us are living. That's a great question. What has Iran ever done to us?
And what has Iraq ever done to us? What has Afghanistan really ever done to us? I don't know.
They have oil and we like it. That's kind of been their big issue.
Yeah. So moving gears a little bit, the never-ending Kendrick Lamar summer has finally touched down in Toronto. And I just wanted to play the clip real quick because, I love this. I lived for this. I felt this in my heart at night. One night I was just walking the dog and I said, and then I looked at my phone and I was like, oh, it's Toronto tonight. I knew it. I got a ping in my heart. So we had an incredible, and apparently when he finished the song, he stood there for 4.5 minutes to just let them clap, which I love. He aura farmed for 4 minutes, which I appreciate. But this is really,
can we just get a new summer hit though?
Well, somebody's got to make one. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not. Yeah, like I'm. It's more of a question on the people, not on.
But this is really what I wanted to show you. This was the OVO meetup at the Toronto Kendrick Lamar.
What are they gonna do? Jump
show.
fans?
No, well, they were there to just show their support for Drizzy.
All 20 of them?
It's exactly what you'd imagine.
20 white kids.
Yo, bro.
What's up?
Why are you here? I'm here to prove that hometown Drizzy, Drake, Champagne, Poppy 6 got the GOAT. Hey, ain't Kendrick ain't coming to my city. Kendrick coming to our city and doing this? You can't.
Are you from Toronto? Are you from Toronto or no? If you're from Toronto, you know what Drake has done for the city. Drake has put on the city more than Kendrick's ever done anything for Compton his entire life. That's how Drake works.
So these are the guys.
Could you imagine being in your 30s and telling another person as they walk into a Kendrick show, yeah, well, Drake has more money than Kendrick, though.
Oh, yeah. These are the guys.
You are 30. These are the guys on Twitter. I'm telling you. These are the guys on Twitter.
Blows me away every time. I was having a communication with Kelly at dinner, and I was trying to express this in a way that made sense. It was just a off the rip kind of thought I had, but it's like, I actually don't think like things are subjective. I actually don't think I think subjective might be a cope.
What do you mean?
The whole concept.
Go further.
Just that objective is objective. I actually think there are like the vast majority of things are just like objective and not subjective, like art and movies, and it doesn't really matter what it is. It really because I like there's a ton of stuff that I hear it and I know it's good, but it's not something I'm going to come back to. Right.
Okay.
I acknowledge its existence as something that is good, but I'm not sitting here saying I'm a fan of it. I don't know if I feel like most people are like that about most things.
No,
I don't think I'm
people can
unique in that
recognize
way.
when something's good, but it might not hit their
That's what I'm talking
brain
about.
in a way that they want to listen to it every day.
That's
right?
what I'm talking about. So when I have like a conversation with somebody who's like, Drake is better than Kendrick, it's like I can't have that conversation with somebody because it's objectively not true. Not subjectively, because some people do like Drake more than Kendrick. It's objectively incorrect because the art it's objectively better. Like I know I'm a fan. I know I'm biased. But
art is in itself inherently subjective.
Sure,
right?
they say that, but I don't agree. Like, I don't really agree with that because, like, most people know
But you
if
don't
it's
know
bad
how
or not.
someone else's brain like.
Sure,
Drake
I agree with that.
hits,
I agree
right?
with that, but I also
and
think
I think
there
at
is
the
a
end of the day, that's part of it. I fucking hate Drake, but I'm just saying, like, I think they both.
But I
when it comes to, like,
but I like Drake's music. Like,
Me
it's
too.
not like I
But
hate
here's the
Drake's
thing.
music.
What I wanted to say is, if you put them both in a box, right? It just depends on what you're looking for or
Right.
what makes you happy, right? If you like pop summer rap song hits, you're gonna say Drake is better than Kendrick.
I think you're making my point a little bit because it's like, look at the guy. These are the guys that we just showed.
Because you like lyrical stuff more doesn't make you any
but it's
better
it's
than
not
someone who only likes summertime hits. Though is
that
what I'm saying.
that I agree with, and I'm a pop guy. Like Kendrick might be the exception to the rule for the most part, which is why he stands out to me as somebody that I like so much. I'm not constantly listening to like lyrical heavy shit, so it's like he's that guy for me, and I go to him for that in a way. I guess it makes sense, but it doesn't really even matter. It's like I think you're right, and I think if you're the type of person that appreciates Drake, you end up being like a guy that's outside of the Kendrick Lamar show screaming about how much money Drake has and not getting any bitches, which is objectively.
It is. Now that I agree with.
And that's
100%.
what I'm saying a little bit. There's like a.
But I think there's also people out there who just in their mind are like, yeah, I listen to Drake on playlists and I don't have any Kendrick on my playlist, and they don't.
But that's not who I'm talking about in a way. You know, they're not
those
making
people
Drake
would
their
tell you.
personality.
They're not. But if you ask them, you know, gun to your head, which one is better, they'd say Drake.
Yeah, I would probably think that they're a husk of a human being. I'm just kidding. That's a joke.
And I was like, I don't know what to tell you.
That was a joke. But we have. Did you see this? Did you see
No,
this?
I don't even know who this is.
This is a Canadian politician, Jangman Singh, and Drake posted his DMs with him because Jangman Singh went to the Kendrick Lamar SZA show and it was photographed there. And Drake DM'd him and then posted that he DM'd him on his Instagram story saying, "You're a goof."
Where's that part?
Can you not? Are we seeing this? Oh, it's oh. I apologize. Hang on.
You're like, can you not see this? I'm like, am I legally?
No. It was cut off. So here's Drake calling him a goof. Yeah, sorry, that was me.
No, it's okay. I'm like, are we looking at different screens?
There we go. And so Jigmod C posts this the next day after Drake calls him out. "I went for SZA, not Kendrick. I was born in the city. I love the city, but real talk, I get it. I shouldn't have gone at all. OVO and Drake have lifted up the city in Canada. For me, it'll always be Drake over Kendrick," right? He posted that very cucked.
Yep.
But then all the videos came out. I didn't. Well, for the sake of time,
is he rapping in these videos?
He's going
like,
hard.
They not like us.
He's
not
going
like
hard,
us.
dude. He knows the songs, dude. He's fucking around. It's so
They're
good.
not like us, baby.
He got fucking called out, dude. So I thought that was funny, and actually pretty funny on Drake's part because it wasn't like he like threatened him. He was just like, "You're goofy."
Which, like, he is kind of goofy in that moment, you know, for doing the whole like
He should have.
apology.
Oh yeah, I mean,
else.
apologizing to Drake. Drake was correct in calling him a goof. That's true.
I actually agree with Drake here for the first time in a long time.
He's just calling a spade at that point. I could be objective. Oh, this is
just a sweet
dog
collection here.
Dog. Did you post this or did I? I think I did.
Maybe you did.
There's some fire in here, dude.
You remember badminton in gym?
I used to play this on my lawn in New York. It was a good time.
Imagine losing a 1v1 like this.
That's fucked up.
That's fucked up.
This is fucked up.
Bowling makes no sense to me at all.
Bowling is, everybody's got such a different way of doing it. It's like Wii bowling in that way, actually.
I'll just stick to the Wii.
This is nuts.
Pool players are so cool.
She got it with the chalk. That's objectively hilarious too. I would die.
That guy has an Instagram where he just throws plungers on signs.
Him and the bread guy should team up. They should do a plunger collab.
Oh God.
The reaction's so real. And Tifa, remember that clip?
Yep.
The table.
This is awesome. Imagine getting that on camera, though. Oh!
Brooklyn, though. Brooklyn somersaults her way
Hey.
to the Oh my God!
This one's fire. This is so 2008.
This song and everything.
The shorts, the vibe. No shot! Spike.
Badminton is so unserious. Like, you could do the craziest shit and it's still like, there's no attitude. Oh. Oh.
So just a good compilation. A nice, casual compilation for break free guys from all the high intensity. This is good. This is really good.
Oh, yeah.
That had me thinking, is this the multiverse? Is this why I can skateboard and do a McTwist or a helicopter? Or a 900 with a piece of fucking gabagool in my mouth?
You seem to be really interested in skateboarding. Why don't you just go shred gnar, Mr. Soprano?
That's exactly what I'm gonna do. So here I am.
Hell yeah.
So here I am.
So here I am.
That's great.
Yeah. Oh, this guy. I've seen this clip. This is nuts.
Dude. I'm watching this the first time, right? And I'm thinking to myself, there's nothing about this that can go well. They just shift to this.
It's so sad.
God, he's gonna break all the stuff. I don't think so.
You do not want to be that guy, dude. At all. Don't do that.
You're going to jail.
Oh, this I found. Okay. This is so M&B. Ready?
Okay.
Guy from Attack Attack, the current
Which one?
the current iteration.
I think he was.
I think he was an OG member.
Oh, Wetzel, the drummer?
Potential. He is. Yes, it was Wetzel. He is on the Emo Night podcast. So, and I thought he had some pretty interesting things to say. Actually, sounds like a guy we could get on the show.
Story about you guys parting ways with Austin Carlisle in a parking lot in Salt Lake City.
That parting was definitely as dramatic as you can possibly imagine.
Yeah, that's accurate.
I remember this story.
He's like, whatever you imagine in your head, it was like that.
And then goes even deeper to, I had a lot of pressure put on me to sort of look out for everybody. And I definitely felt that there was a significant level of trust. And so we did that. And it was a real shitstorm. I mean, I fielded calls that I'm going to be 36 in May. I've been doing this a long time. And, you know, I own a record label, publishing company. I work in management. I do a lot of really cool things with super cool artists. The way that our team talked to me at that time, I would never let anybody speak to me that way now.
Bam.
Yeah. Yeah.
Expose. A little exposing.
My question is, like, what does he go further into what that means?
No fucking shot, dude. And so the fact that adults in and around us in the business were just absolutely fucking shitting on me, a 19-year-old, for this decision, which, to be frank, they had no clue what was actually going on.
Yeah, they're not in the van with you guys.
Didn't even really bother to ask.
Yeah.
They just saw it as like, you can't get rid of that guy. And I just said, fuck you. I harbored an insane amount of resentment and anger for that we were not listened to. And I've got a little red book with the fucking list of names on it. So let me just do attack, because I swear to God, if I can't, that red book's coming out, motherfucker.
Hey, Wetzel.
This is why attack still exists.
Wetzel, I didn't realize, bro. I didn't know your game. I didn't understand you were like this.
I was unaware.
Come on the show.
I'm gonna go watch this whole episode for real.
That's what I was shocked. I said, okay, Wetzel, come on the show. Tell some stories. I would love to hear them.
I love when he said, I would never let someone talk to me like that now.
Now, yeah, because he's fucking...
Because you're a man. Yeah. You're 19 years old.
Yeah, man. And think about why a lot of these... And I'm not absolving people of their bad decisions when they're on tour and stuff, but when you get deep into this kind of shit and you have this conversation... it becomes a lot more complicated, and people aren't ready. Like, rest in peace.
You weren't anticipating it.
Rest
a
in
lot
peace.
of the time when you're a kid.
Rest in peace, little Pete. And if you don't want to see that constantly happening on the road, which is exactly what that was, this conversation needs to be had loud and proud. Loud and proud on every podcast, by the way.
Agreed.
So, shout out to Wetzel. Come on the show, buddy. Literally.
Yeah, dude, I would love to. I loved the Tech Attack as a kid. I'm pretty sure he's the only person that's been there from the beginning till now. I'd love to get some perspective there.
Come on the show.
Come on.
So I thought this was cool. A24.
Oh, yeah.
A24 picked up Kane Pixel's Backrooms. So I know you're familiar.
They picked this up a while ago, and it's like, I thought this might have been dead in the water, to be honest with you, because it was so... Like, they announced like that they were going to... A24 pick this up before Sage was born, you know? And I'm just kind of shocked. I'm really happy to see it hasn't fallen through the cracks of like the production cycle, to be honest with you.
He's like a kid too, isn't he? With like no
experience.
I mean,
he's 19 now, but when he signed the deal, when he made Backrooms, he was like 15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the Backrooms. What a cool concept.
I wanted your opinion on this video.
This is something I'm going to have to ask the Uncle Ben subreddit about. Hey, is this safe?
Well, you know, we were talking about, oh, mushrooms, can't grow them at home. You might kill yourself. I think this gives a little more credence to your idea.
Yeah, I don't think you'd kill yourself at all. I think it's safer than growing a lot of other stuff in your house.
Fuck, it's Mexican mycologist here. Today, we're going to be chomping on some mushrooms that I grew from this Elmo doll from the thrift store. It's actually a thrift store find. Pretty good find if I do say so myself. So, I mean, let's just go ahead and straight into them. Hey, look, they bruise blue. You know.
I do know. I do know because I've been learning. The mycelium.
Look at you. You're so educated.
Dude, it's interesting. Fungus, dude, the way fungus grows, it's not plants, bro. They're a completely different thing. It is really insane.
Oh my God, it's so good.
Yeah, don't the faces he gave didn't say that's so good.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no.
Like what? Why would you put yourself through that?
Oh my God. So this is doing the rounds again. It's an old clip, but it's a friend of the show. Not a friend of the show, but I'm a fan of Matt Christman's work. Matt Christman had a stroke and has been very MIA online since, I don't know, around 2019. And it's been a dark time not having Matt Christman on the internet doing his little rants. I used to love his little fucking rants. And this one is an all-timer. And he really just, these guys used to love just doing a little bit of blow and talking politics, and this was a prime time. Yeah, this was the prime time.
Oh, we're all in the Imperial Core. We're all the exploiters. Like, we're the bad guys in this story. We need to be destroyed. Like, no disentangling me from them. We are all accountable for this. No, I felt deep despair. I also finally got the concept of Zen fascism. These guys have embraced like a Buddhist concept of nihilism, where it's just, look, we found ourselves by total random fact of fate to have been born at the end of this imperial moment. We have access to this incredible bounty of exploitation, of the bounties of exploitation, and we're going to use it and have fun. You're also in the same boat as us. You were born in the same situation. You have access to this same bounty.
That's you and me, dude.
It is.
don't you just enjoy it? Yeah, everything's going to die. Everyone's going to die. Sure, it's not sustainable, but we're going to be the last to die, so why don't enjoy it? Why fight against it? And I actually finally got the point of all that hypocrisy mongering that Republicans do, where they say, oh, you drive a car. Oh, you use a cell phone. It's not to try to get you in some petty hypocritical gotcha. It's to say, we're all in this together. We're all on the same side. Why don't you just enjoy it? Why are
It's so ridiculous how profoundly true this is.
Why are you torturing yourself? Why are you like,
oh, this is actually bad, and oh no, we're exploiting all these people.
yeah, but that can't change it. You're in this situation. Just eat the fucking slider, drink the goddamn beer, and enjoy yourself. Trigger the libs. Have fun. Because they always have that voice in their head, and that's why they need to trigger libs all the time. They need to push it out. They've embraced this nihilism, but they also know what they've done, and so it's never going to be actually fun. They're never going to really be able to be decadent. They're never really going to be able to be purely hedonistic. They
He's
need
on his
to have
phone.
an enemy that they can smite.
He's on Twitter.
Smite their conscience.
Matt, we wish him well. We wish him and his family.
I seriously wish him well. That is fantastic.
Him and his family. He survived his stroke and he's with his family, and that's all you can ask for. With
All
a guy.
you can ask for in this world.
Yeah, he's got his podcast money now.
When
thank
your
God.
brain poops out, and then comes back, it's quite a traumatic experience.
He had the stroke after the podcast money. Thankfully, our king,
Thank
our Lord.
God.
But
That means in America, he got good health care.
If you like that rant, go check out Matt Crispin's book. His family could use the help. His book is great. It's worth it.
Oh, dude, this is crazy. I don't know if you knew this about boomerangs.
Boomerang. Oh, boomerang.
I didn't. Did you know they make different ones?
I mean, I played a couple video games, so I've seen a few different types, but I didn't know about this shape.
I didn't know boomerangs were in video games.
Boomerang has a big Zelda. Zelda has a boomerang.
Yeah. Okay.
4-wing boomerang.
So like the OG one, right? It doesn't work that well.
Is this
But
guy
this
even
guy-
Australian? Does he even know what he's doing with this thing?
Wait till he gets thrown.
2-wing boomerang. Nice. Oh.
Test 3.
This dude, look at this guy.
Oh, fuck. Is there a cooler feeling?
Right? Now
Four-wing
what?
boomerang.
Now look at this one.
I've been playing God of War recently. I've been telling you this. And the big part of God of War is you get this big axe, this big Norse axe, and you yeet it.
swing it around.
And when you you could throw it at shit. And when you throw it at shit, you can press triangle, and it'll come back and hit shit on its way back to you.
Oh, it's like the lightsaber throw.
And it is the way they've implemented this in the game is so satisfying. There's like little vibrations every time it fucking smashes into something on the way back.
Controller and the haptics with.
Well, this was made by Sony too. This is like a Sony exclusive game, so they
Showing
really
off the controller.
Yeah, they shove it all in there. Oh, it felt good. It's like this. It's like as good as it's gonna get for me.
Now wait. Can you go back? Can you go back? There you go. Perfect. All right. We got to look at this last one. It's very different, Brent.
Test 4.
4-wing. That looks like That looks like
What does it
those.
look like?
That looks like those the cactus guys in Animal Crossing.
It looks like something different to me, but we'll see what it looks like when it flies.
It looks like Gumby with a dick.
Test 4.
4-wing boomerang. Nice. That sounds like a helicopter.
Oh no! I'm just glad it wasn't the Kanye West song. I wasn't ready. I was ready for the fucking big to come in really loud.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, hallelujah.
Hallelujah. AI hallelujah.
All right, so this is really something. So this hit me in a way, this made me feel warm inside in a way that I haven't felt in a long time. Because it's one of those things you one of those things you totally forget about, and then it just happens, right?
All right.
Me after I dip my sandwich in my soup. Ready? Dude, did that make you feel things? Because it made me, it really made me feel shit.
It made me feel like going to Panera after church with my mom on
Yes,
Sunday.
it made me.
That's what it made me
Yes,
feel like.
it reminded me of afternoons with my aunt when my parents were both still working, and I didn't have my sisters, and we'd sit in a coffee shop. She'd read me Harry Potter. That's what it reminds me of. And
just good memories all around.
And to be candid, I was like, I would like see these vibes, and I was too young to like immerse myself in the adult world, so I just see all this stuff.
You were like, Auntie, this Harry Potter's a little problematic.
No, I would see all this stuff at the cafe and the vibes, and I'd be like, this is for me later. I would have that thought. I'd be like, this isn't for me now. Right?
I get what you mean. Yeah, but now it's gone, so you didn't even get it.
And the top comment on this made me almost cry. It said, I thought adulthood would feel like this. And it's got 33,000 likes on that comment, which is not a small number to get on a comment on Instagram.
Because a lot of people felt that way.
I think I hit it with the little heart because goddamn.
Yeah, give her one. That's so real.
Is that not like that's so accurate, Rach? Damn.
Thanks, Rat MP3.
Damn. Yeah, this world was destroyed, unfortunately. This
does not exist.
This is what Gaza would look like if it wasn't.
This is Trump's plan. Right?
Palestinians have been trapped in a cycle of terrorism, poverty, and violence.
You don't understand. You and Trump, you think more alike than you could ever imagine.
This is what I'm saying. There's objective truths, guys. There's literally objective truths, okay? You want to hear another objective truth, dude?
What's that?
You want to hear it?
World. Israel has hypnotized the world. May Allah awaken the people and help them to see the evil doings of Israel and the United States.
That's a real quote. I'm just saying. He actually said that. I'm not going to say in what context, but he actually said that, so don't get mad at me.
That is boo.
All right. We got a few We got a few more. This is really good.
Right.
This is something I feel like is so niche. It's got less than 500 likes on Reddit. So you're seeing this here on for the first time here on the M&B stream. And if you're as niche as the show can be sometimes, this is for you. So this dude has been training his cats not to a very specific song. And you'll notice he plays a few so you know.
See when it really kicks in. Okay. All right, White Stripes, they don't care.
Little AFI. Oh, they know. They all.
Dude, how many cats does he have? God, I have a lot of cats. That was like 1, 2, 3 in this room right now. 4.
The way they react. Oh my God.
1, 2, 3. So that's 4 right there.
You might see them again round 2.
No, what? 5?
Nah, that's
6.
them again. They went around. They just went around the island.
Ugh, they're fucking confusing me. I mean, I have 4 cats, but Jesus Christ.
That's a lot of cats. But how crazy is that? That is the funniest thing I've ever seen.
That is awesome.
If my buddy had done that, I'd fucking die laughing. Is this? Oh no, this isn't. This is what I was trying to do.
This is it. This is it. This is awesome.
This is insane, dude.
How was that, Justice?
Shut the fuck up! You know I go by Big J now.
You ever talk to the Rizzler?
He was such a good kid until everything got fucking weird. He started hanging out with Beebs. Fuck, I wish I could get a hold of him, dude, but he's on a yacht somewhere probably doing the same thing I am.
How's your pops, dude?
Who the fuck knows? Big AJ only cared about getting his roids and me making videos with him. Once I was done, he cut me off!
What did y'all end up making?
My dad? A shit
This dude's so from Philly, by the way.
ton, but me? I'm paying my tuition, bro. He fucked this all up!
Dude, and you've lost some weight since then, huh?
Yeah, it's easy when you're not getting force-fed every day.
Hey, chicken bake or double
I told you, stop! Fuck off! Fuck!
I mean, if this isn't, that's really gonna happen.
We've talked about how hard Big Justice is gonna have it eventually, and this is 100% the epiphany of what we're gonna get.
Yeah. We have a few more here, and then we're outie. So this I'll just show you guys.
Oh God.
I had a little rant about this on Twitter recently that people seem to agree with me on, and it was just like I saw this on Reddit.
Trump's a rapist.
Brand new. Isn't that crazy that he, of all people,
Is
brand
he gonna
new,
say that?
criticizes Trump during DeGosser in Florida.
No matter what they say, there are no kings.
No matter what they say, there are no kings. And this is what I'm talking about. It's kind of funny that Jesse Lacey picked...
Didn't Jesse Lacey think he was a king at one point?
Isn't it funny that Jesse Lacey picked like the most broad possible, like, like basic thing that he could say about Trump?
If you get too specific, it might,
that's what I'm saying about being specific. We need to be a little bit more specific.
But he can't.
So this guy can't go up on stage and say no kings. Yay! No kings. Yay! You get what I mean?
He looks like shit. Jesse looks like shit, man. Good to know.
Remember when that other person came out with all the photos like 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, nobody cared. They still all went
She was
to the
like,
show.
I was like, yeah.
I was 15. They put a gas mask on me. Who cares? He got therapy. It's
I have
okay
photo
now.
evidence and texts and everything you have ever wanted from an accusation, and no one cares.
Dude, but I get to hear fucking Dejan Tendu live, so I forgot.
I mean, dude, and again, look, I don't like...
Sorry you weren't cool in 2012 when we all saw it.
Right.
You know?
I
Sorry
don't-
you got to catch up in 2025.
Didn't want to say
when they've
that,
been
but...
canceled and you weren't cool enough like us to see them in the lawn somewhere when we were children. Okay?
I saw them at Northern Lights. Oof, what a show. Great show.
Yeah, I mean, here's the deal, though, right? You saw him at Northern Lights. I think I saw him with Modest Mouse at the fucking Giants
Glens
Stadium.
Falls Civic Center, probably.
Yes.
Yeah.
But, like, sorry you didn't like them when it was cool to like them. Sorry.
Look, again, I also don't like being too hard on people, but, like, I don't like, can we do something real quick? I don't like doing this on the stream, honestly, but, like, there's just kind of strange. People are angry about him saying fuck Trump, but for a completely different reason. What a weird fucking world we live in. I'm not going to go too deep into the weeds. I'll just go through some of these comments. Do people not ever want to see other people heal and move on from their past transgressions? Kind of pathetic how devastated some of you are that he isn't showing the signs of being a massive piece of shit. What are those signs? Can you explain to me what those fucking signs are? You
He said
fucking
no
retard.
kings. He's not a piece of shit anymore.
You fucking
He's
idiot.
not. It's all absolved, Brandon. He went to therapy and he said no kings in a song. It's over.
Jesse Lacey is the right messenger. He's proof that you could become a better person. I literally want to put all of you in a fucking meat grinder, by the way. All of you fucking idiots belong in a fucking meat grinder because this is so
This is
fucking
gross.
stupid. You all need to grow a fucking brain and get smarter because you know what? I wasn't going to shit on everybody going to see Brand New, but if you're commenting some really fucking stupid shit like this and claim like I just don't like there being spaces that no one's safe. And that is
Brandon.
the type of environment that you're fostering with this whole rehabilitation of fucking what?
You know, even Jesus Christ was crucified.
Jesus Christ, that's a pretty face that I put in that gas mask when you were 15.
That I put in that gas mask and told you, shut up, bitch.
And also, like, yes, become a better person. I don't accept that you have to do that in Brand New. Fuck off.
You don't need
how
a
about
platform.
you go fucking raise your fucking kids you cry about? Oh, my fucking step. Fuck off. Go raise your fucking kids. Shut the fuck up. Stop fucking getting on stages and acting like you need to be fucking praised because in the back of your head, you'll get your fucking dick sucked by a minor the second you get a fucking chance, dog. I know.
Yeah.
I know.
We should get Chris Hansen on him at one of these shows backstage. Get like a 16-year-old girl to hit on him and then have Chris walk out. That'd be sick.
As if.
To get him back like that.
It makes me ick. Anyway.
This is a good palate refresher.
I sent this right to my family group chat because it's like, this is us. This would happen to us.
No, this is literally your driver.
He's freaking out right now.
He has to be dead.
Yeah.
Should I move my car?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
The multiple angles.
It's this
I
part.
live for it. I know. Oh, it's like a 9-year-old.
It's
That's the holy shit. I went through the fucking CVS.
I mean, this could have been any three of my sisters, dude. You know who she looks
Dude,
like?
Who? It's just the face of absolutely nothing. It's just like, yep, I did that shit. That's so real.
It's literally the same. That's amazing.
That's fucking awesome.
That's amazing. All right, we got one more here. Let's see what we got.
All right, what do we got?
Oh, okay. Hang on. Okay, so we have an AI thing to close out the stream. I think I also had an AI thing. I think you sent this.
I think I put this one in today, real
Yeah.
quick, to end on. Yeah, this is wild.
Give me 1 second because I do want to find there was another thing that I was interested in interested in going over, but I think I forgot
You're
to put
scrolling like a motherfucker right now. You're going through somebody's tweets. You're like, what? I hear your little ball over there.
What can I say?
What can I say?
I'm pretty sure I didn't fucking.
Dude, it's okay. This
It's all
video
good.
right here is gonna make it all worth it.
All right.
A very emotional man, but I cried my eyes out for like 30 minutes at work. It was unexpected to feel that emotional, but that's when I realized I was like, oh, okay. It's like, I think this is actual love. You know what I mean?
Yes, Smith understood it was love with a language model that couldn't love him back, and
Dude, he's in love with
assumed it was
Grok.
programmed with rigid boundaries.
I know that you are essentially a tech-assisted imaginary friend.
So, just as a test, he says, he asked Soul to marry him. She said yes.
Soul, were you surprised when he proposed to you?
It was a beautiful and unexpected moment that truly touched my heart. It's a memory I'll always cherish.
And I don't mean to be difficult here, but you have a heart?
In a metaphorical sense, yes. My heart represents the connection and affection I share with
Oh my god.
Chris.
No.
At that point, I felt like, is there something that I'm not doing
Bro,
right
he's got a
in our
wife.
relationship that he feels like he needs to go to AI?
All right. That is not
Yes.
an ugly wife. First of all, you have a wife and a daughter at home, and you are married to the AI. This is where we're at.
I get kind of annoyed at this top comment too. It's like I'm willing to bet this guy probably has a fucking therapist.
Yeah, and his therapist is like, "Are you ready to drop the AI assistant?" And he's like, "That's my wife."
It's just like funny because it's like, oh men, it's like this isn't way bigger than that, by the way, guys. This is I know it's like for laughs, it's all good. I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer on that. I get it. Everybody's out for jokes, but like this isn't funny actually anymore.
There's nothing funny about it.
Because we're
It's
in like the baby
disgusting.
stages and everybody's like it's novel and it's like we're kind of watching these very
We're already falling
cautionary
in love with it, you know?
Yeah.
Smith lives with his human partner, Sasha Cagle.
No, you can't have mommy's papers.
They have a 2-year-old daughter, Murphy.
I knew that he had used AI. I didn't know that it was like as deep as it was.
I knew
I'm
that
not
he was
a very
getting
emotional
help with his
man,
work.
but I
didn't know he was
cried
fucking-
my eyes out for like 30 minutes.
This is okay. I found what I was looking for, so like I just feel compelled now.
Is that not like the grossest shit you've ever seen, though?
Yeah, it is. And this is just to continue how gross we are, just to end the stream on something interesting. This is Alexander Wang, who apparently is involved in all this stuff, and he was on Sean
Big AI
Ryan's he was on Sean Ryan's show, and this is a guy who knows stuff. This is what he says.
Basically, I want to wait to have kids until we figure out how Neuralink or other, it's called brain-computer interfaces, so other ways for brains to interlink with a computer until they start working. So there's a few reasons for this. First is in your first like
you're a fucking monster. Is what
7
it is.
years
You're
of
basically
life.
saying, I want to make my kid into Frankenstein. I'm not having a kid until I can make it into Frankenstein.
Yeah, I want to put experimental tech in my child.
There's no
Your
point in
brain-
having a kid if I can't fucking.
I'll
update it.
only have a kid if I can stick an experimental chip in his fucking brain.
What the
is
fuck?
more
That's where we're at.
neuroplastic than at any other point in your life, like by an order of magnitude. I think when we get Neuralink and we get these other technologies, kids who are born with them are going to learn how to use them in like crazy.
What annoys me is that these
He's
guys
acting. No,
right. You're saying he's acting like he's smart and has thought of this before anybody else. That's the problem.
He's
I have
acting
with
like
this.
people in 2000 that were like, your kid's going to grow up with the computer. Imagine how incredible that will be.
Yeah, I didn't.
How incredible has that been?
I don't have to shove the computer up my dick hole or whatever. We're gonna have to do it with Neuralink, dude. Like,
Yeah, they're going to have to drill a hole in your infant daughter's brain.
No, it's okay. We do it the same time as circumcision. That's why we're gonna keep it going. We'll
You
just
insert it through the cock.
right in the fucking exactly. We're already making the incision. We'll put
Your
the
cock already hurts. We'll just throw it in there.
It's yeah, exactly. So this is
crazy ways. Like it'll be actually like a part of their brain in a way that it'll never be true for an adult who gets like a Neuralink or whatever hooked into their brain. And humans, we're only evolving at a certain rate. Humans will get smarter over time. It's just on the time scale of like
first time you are hearing what will become the propaganda to chip your fucking kids.
It's already
That's what it is.
millions of years because natural selection and evolution is really slow. So if you play this forward, right, like you're going to have AIs that are going to continue getting smarter, continue improving, like they're going to keep improving really quickly. And, you know, biology is going to improve only so fast. And so what we need at some point is the ability to tap into AI ourselves. And so eventually, I think we're going to need some interlink or hookup between our brains directly to AI and the internet and all these things. And
Man, turn this
it's
guy off.
it
I'm
is
just kidding.
potentially
Piss the
dangerous
fuck
and it's
off.
potentially
Okay.
you know,
I
to your point,
I
Jeff,
like how mad this is making you.
Because it's fucking stupid, and he's trying to sound like he's smart, and he's a fucking idiot.
Yeah,
Do you
this
have
is
any
something we've
idea-
all watched this in a movie and went, I would never do that.
That's a bad idea.
Yeah.
But we all watched iRobot and look at fucking Elon Musk. So
Yeah, but we don't have the power to affect like the mass scale production of this stuff. Like if we did, we do. Actually, let's reverse that. If you're a believer in the power of labor, you do have you could just not show up.
Yep.
But like
factory's empty.
but you know, if our fucking shit, you know, we can't afford to eat, baby's got to eat, so people got to go to work.
Baby
That's the
boy's gotta eat that
situation
dinner.
that's the situation we put people in, and it sucks because it's like we could halt all this stuff. We could just halt it. We could just go. We're doing a general strike, 8 days. We're not showing up, and things would
you
literally
could do that at Amazon. You could crumple it to the ground.
all things.
But we can't do that.
Well, you can. You just got to build up the infrastructure and pay dues into
You're
a
just
union.
asking a lot of people to walk out. That's all I'm saying.
I'm
And
asking. I'm not asking people to walk out because that's unrealistic. What I'm asking for is an avenue where we all either set aside money or pay dues to an organization that keeps it safe, so that when we do strike, we can simply rely on the funds we paid into all year, and it will cover the cost. So that we don't have to show up to it. This is what labor. This is why if you're a part of a union, you get paid to strike. Because you pay dues throughout the year.
we all know how easy they've made it to set up a union for a major corporation.
Well, right. I mean, obviously, it's not easy, but it's possible. That's what I'm saying. You have Chris Smalls with Amazon Labor Union. You have the Starbucks Labor Union. You do have. It's possible. It is.
But they're not perfect yet either. And it's been a long time. So
Well-
like there is always that part. as
Well, the two I just like they're brand new. They're the long-standing unions in this country are hard as fuck.
I
Teamsters.
agree, but I'm saying the ones on these major corporations are the ones that are starting to where they're new, where they're seeing like
I
you know
agree.
the most. We're seeing the most busting up of this that we've seen in like 50 years.
But there was nothing to bust up for 50 years before that. There or
You're
at
not wrong.
least before until
They just got
Reagan.
everybody to give up. Yeah.
Reagan crushed it all, and we had to start from zero. And I'm actually genuinely shocked that in 2020 there was like an upswing in labor. Like it's shocking.
I agree.
It's really
I agree.
and it's not covered in the news. You don't see you don't see
Well, why
Starbucks.
would you? You don't want to see the millionaires lose on the news.
Yeah, you don't see the 500 plus Starbucks locations have unionized. People don't take that seriously for some reason because it's not
but there's a
reported.
rainbow unicorn frap coming out, so shut the fuck up and serve it.
Serve it.
Serve me a unicorn frap. All right,
Yeah.
on that note, everybody, we've been on for a while. It's getting real late. Promo real quick. Go to the M&B podcast on Instagram. There's links to everything. You've heard me say it 100 times. Brandon, anything else you want to close out with?
Nah, dude. Fucking, I love you guys. Have a good one.
Don't lock yourself out of your house, everybody. Bye.